Okay, continuing our interview for Brookfield's town treasurer position, our next guest is Fred Stoll. Little information on Fred. He and his wife have lived in Brookfield since 1989. They have one daughter, a 2007 Brookfield High School graduate who is currently teaching in Bangkok, Thailand. Fred is a U.S. military veteran with 30 years of service, starting with action in Vietnam and continuing and ending with Desert Storm. He's also had a 40-year business career in accounting and finance, 25 of those years with IBM and 15 years with Scholastic Publishing. Fred, thanks for coming and welcome to our show.
My pleasure, Bruce. Nice to be here.
Well, I'd like to start by asking for our viewers, why do you want to be town treasurer?
Well, after living in Brookfield for 22 years, I have a strong attachment to the community. I'm concerned about our financial position, especially our financial growth, our financial future. I want to protect the assets of the town. I want to get involved. I feel that this position has not been active in the last 15 years or so. They need somebody there, and that's what. I'm retired, I can be there, I want to be there, I want to help our town.
Okay, that's commendable. Let me ask, what do you feel are some of the qualities that you will bring and have that you don't currently see in the incumbent?
Okay, I'm a hands-on accountant. I've been working for 40 years, I've been with IBM, I've been in Scholastics, I've worked on all kinds of financial desks, but mainly hands-on. I'm the one that watches the dollars. I've been in planning, I've been in sales management. I feel that I can really be an asset to here. I can work with the Board of Finance, work with the controller, because I'm used to being hands-on. I'm used to watching the dollars. I'm a bean counter. Okay. That's my job. And in small towns, that's what the treasurer should be. You know, this is not a big corporation. This is for me to watch the nickels and dimes. I feel that my incumbent, Mr. Scribner, is qualified, but he's not here. You can't serve two masters. You can't be in Hartford and be in Brookfield. I've spoken to two former chairmen of the Board of Finance, and both said he's never attended. He's never given us any advice. I can be there.
Okay. Well, you actually, I'm going to make a little commentary at the end of the program, addressing, Mr. Scribner's inability to be here. And you've actually stolen a couple of my points, but that's okay.
I'm sorry, I get a little bit strong on questions.
That's quite
Bruce,
all right.
what I feel for them.
Oh, well, passion is good. Do you have any pledges or positions that you'd like to make our Brookfield audience aware of?
My pledge is to be there. I plan on attending the Board of Finance meetings. I plan on being close with the controller. I'm retired. Don't know if we need a full-time position here, but we do need attendance. We need somebody there. We need somebody watching the dollars. That's what I'm going to do. My pledge is I'm going to watch the dollars, and I'm going to be there for you. When you find out, say, who is the treasurer, that's going to be me.
Okay. Now, this may be a little off, but my next question, do you believe that the treasurer, and of course it could just be the way that it's being filled currently, but do you believe the treasurer is just a ceremonial position?
No. In a small town, the treasurer should be watching the dollars and cents. And that's the biggest job I feel I'm going to do is I want to revamp this whole position. I want to breathe life into the treasurer. I want the treasurer's face known. I want to even have a reporting chain of command. The treasurer should report to somebody, not just the people that elected him 4 years ago. I would like to see him report to the Board of Selectmen. I want him, in with the Board of Finance. I want him there. I want him on the retirement board. I mean, one of the problems we've had is we're underfunded now on a fund that was always there. It was 100%. And now we're down from to 75 or 85%. I don't know exactly when. I want to be on that board. And it isn't a ceremonial position. It's a position. It's an accounting bean counting point. And that's where we should be. Somebody to watch the dollars and cents. Someone to advise the Board of Finance. Hey, we can't afford this. Somebody to advise the selectmen. And it's not a ceremony position. It never will be one.
Okay, so I think what I'm hearing from you, if you were the current town treasurer, then again, stealing a little of my thunder in my commentary, you would have been there for 2 of the 4 companies making presentations for the town's pension.
I would have demanded to be on that retirement commission there, and yes, I would have been there. And yes, the Board of Finance would have known my face and known my name and known my voice.
And they would have heard you.
And they would have heard me. They may not have followed what I said. And they might have said, hey, wait a minute, we have a controller, which is correct. But you have a treasurer. I don't know how many people know who the treasurer is or know what his face is.
Yeah. Well, I believe that there's even been some people questioning, what does the treasurer do? I heard there was a town meeting where that was actually asked, and people started looking at each other and, well, I don't know. Good question.
I looked up on the town website, and I couldn't find what his duties were. It boiled down. They said he protects the assets of the town. That was the only one line I saw there. Yeah. And everybody I asked, I said, who does he report to? And he said that, the voters. I said, that's ridiculous. You're a paid official. You've got to report to somebody.
Well, again, I have a little commentary, and I'm going to be fair.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be loud about it and be passionate about it, but I'm passionate about the small little town of Brookfield, which I love. And I think it needs a little bit more leadership. It needs some hands-on counting. We're coming in a very tough financial years, and it's not going to change for a while. And we need somebody to watch the dollars and cents.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're getting close to the end of time here, and then, as I mentioned, I'm going to have a little commentary. But is there one, or as our prior guest mentioned, he had a couple, but is there one or a couple of things that you'd like the audience to take away from tonight, and what would it or they be?
If I'm elected, I will be there. That's the biggest thing I want to tell you. You're going to know my face. I'm going to watch all the dollars and cents. It's not going to be saying that I can't make the meeting because I'll be in Hartford. I can't make the meeting because I'll be in court. I'm going to be there. I live there. I'm retired from 3 careers, the military, IBM, and Scholastic Publishing. And I'm spending my time in the town of Brookfield. And if you take away anything, I'm going to tell you, I've been there. I've been on the board of, I've been on the Republican Town Committee, and I don't miss a meeting. I'm always there. Everybody can ask about my attendance unless I was in a hospital. And that's where I plan on being Brookfield. You're going to know who I am. You're going to know where I am. You're going to know my telephone number. I'm going to have an office someplace.
Good.
That's what I would like to leave you with.
So we can find you.
Yes, you can find me, and you're going to see me, and you're going to hear me.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to wrap up this segment with our second guest, Fred Stoll. And I'd just have a little commentary that I'd like to tell the viewers. For the taping of tonight's show, which is, again, the candidates for Brookfield's town treasurer, I did reach out to David Scribner to appear. He replied that he wouldn't be able to make it. We're taping, by the way, September 22nd, Thursday, September 22nd, and the legislature is not in session. So I'd actually hoped that he could attend. David replied by mail that he couldn't make it. Brookfield Public Advocate believes that every candidate should be available for tough but fair questioning, not the softballs that we'll probably see at the debates. In addition to the questions that I asked both of my guests today, the challenging candidates, for the incumbent I would ask another couple. And we would ask the following, and these are questions that I've heard a lot from people around town. The first that I would ask him would be, according to your campaign material, you continuously tout your long-time banking experience and long-time legislative acumen. I would give him an opportunity at this point to fully explain his tax difficulties with the IRS and to put to rest all the innuendos. The next that I would ask is if he could please explain to his constituents why he's refused, which is something that Fred brought up, why he's refused to attend Brookfield's Board of Finance meetings when requested by the 2 former chairmen of that committee, the Board of Finance. And I would ask him, as the second part of that question, in your opinion, how often do you think the town treasurer should attend finance meetings? And then lastly, and maybe a little bit on a personal note, but I think it's very important, something that Fred brought up about the town's pension. People may or may not know my career is in financial services, and we were one of 4 companies putting together pension proposals and meetings with the town pension committee. So I would ask, as town treasurer and a vital member of Brookfield's town pension committee, he missed 2 of the 4 formal pension proposals that were being done, and those 2 were on June 30th of this year. So he could keep his attendance record in Hartford for his other position as state representative. Since he's I would ask him, since you are a minority Republican in a heavily Democrat state legislature, and with your political savvy, you must have known your vote would mean absolutely nothing to the budget outcome. Why do you feel your attendance in Hartford to be more important than being present at 2 companies' missed pension meetings regarding Brookfield's $30 million pension plan? Now, David, if you'd like to reply, please contact me. You have my mailing address. You sent me a note saying that you wouldn't be able to make it, and I'm in the book as well. And our email address here at Brookfield Public Advocate is brookfieldpublicadvocate@yahoo.com. So I'd really love to hear from you. Well, we're going to wrap up our show now. Again, I'd like to thank our guests, which I did earlier for Robert Marconi, Democrat candidate, and Fred Stoll, petitioning candidate, candidates for the town treasurer of Brookfield, for appearing on the show. I also want to remind our viewers that our air dates on Charter Channel 21 are Mondays at 4:30 and Thursdays at 7. We also post segments from our shows on YouTube, and you can find them at www.youtube.com/BrookfieldPublicAdvo. And if you want to contact us, please do so. We'd love to hear from you. And as I mentioned earlier, our email address is brookfieldpublicadvocate@yahoo.com. So whether it be comments, whether it be guests you'd like to hear, or topics for future shows, please contact us and let us know. So that ends this evening's show. Thank you for watching. And again, another episode of Brookfield Public Advocate. Tune in next time. Thank you.